Raise your glass, remember who you are, and join the Brotherhood.
The whiskey's in the glass. We've gathered it here to say goodbye and let the spirit pass. Oh, Barney lived a wicked life, or so the stories go, but he's found his peace in silence now, where the quiet waters flow. The note it said, don't weep for me, don't waste a single tear. I paid the tab and bought the house a final round of beer. So kick the chairs against the wall and bring the fiddler in. If I'm going down to Hades, then I'm going with a grin. The priest is looking worried and the widow's starting to dance. If you're looking for a party, boys, this is your only chance. Oh, roar to the heavens, let the devil know we're here. We're celebrating Barney with a bucket full of beer. We'll stomp upon the floorboards till the coffin starts to shake. There's no such thing as silence at a proper Irish wake. Hey! Hey! From miles around to join the noisy crowd. The music was so heavy and the singing was so loud. I swear I saw the old man blink and tap a ghostly toe. He always was the last to leave and the first one not to go. Oh, roar to the heavens, let the devil know we're here. We're celebrating Barney with a bucket full of beer. We'll stomp upon the floorboard till the coffin starts to shake. There's no such thing as silence at a proper Irish wake. To the heavens, let the devil know we're here. We're celebrating Barney with a bucket full of beer. We'll stomp upon the floorboard till the coffin starts to shake. There's no such thing as silence at a proper Irish wake. At a proper Irish wake. At a proper Irish wake. The sand was white as a winter bone. I found a lady dancing on the rocks all on her own. She left her coat of silver skin upon the shifting tide, and I saw the longing for the deep she could no longer hide. The land is dry and the air is cold, the heart is heavy lead, but the ocean's calling for its child from the rocky sea. So run for the water and dive into the foam. The spirit of the Celtic is finally going home. With the salt in her hair and the spray on her face, she's leaving the land for a wilder place. They tried to keep her in a cage of iron and of stone. They tried to make a lady out of blood and seaborn bone. But you can't tame the thunder and you can't tame the sea, for the soul of the Atlantic will forevermore be free. So run for the water and dive in the foam. The spirit of the Celtic is finally going home. With the salt in her hair and the spray on her face, she's leaving the land for a wider place. The skin is found. The friends at 1:30 just for a pint, just for some fun. By pint number 2 we swore we'd start a band, a firm a work of art. By pint number 3 we'd change the town. By pint 4 tear the system down. By pint 5 lads were a genius clan. By pint 6 we still had no plan. Hey, raise your pint again. 6 pints in and still no plan. We'll fix the world when we can stand, but tonight we're kings without a plan. We planned to climb the highest hill, but stairs were tough, we stood there still. We planned to march, we planned to sail, but Billy tripped into a pail. We swore we'd seek our destiny, but someone yelled the next round's free. And just like that our dream began. 6 pints in but still no plan. Hey, raise your pint again. 6 pints in and still no plan. We'll save the world when life began, but tonight we're legends with no plan. Ho, ho, ho. So if you find us late at night, still arguing which plan is right, just buy around and understand we function best without a plan. I raise your pint again. 6 pints in and still no plan. We'll conquer fate as Irishmen, but tonight we're heroes with no plan. I cheers to every hopeless clan. 6 pints in and never a plan. And rain. He had a rusty bicycle that caused him many a pain. He went into his garden shed with a wrench and a design, and built a secret motor that was truly purely divine. He didn't use the gasoline, he didn't use the coal. He found a better fuel for to satisfy his soul. He poured a pint of extra stout into the silver tank, and started up the engine with a heavy metal crank. The motor gave a happy burp and started for to hum. It sounded like a piper and it sounded like a drum. Mickey hopped upon the seat and flew across the grass, leaving clouds of barley smoke for everyone to pass. He roared through all the village with a whistle and a roar, the fastest thing the neighbors ever saw. For sure, the smell of hops and roasted malt was heavy in the air, as Mickey waved his tattered cap and flew without a care. Fill the tank, turn the key, nothing's gonna stop me spree. Oh, it's the stout-powered engine on a bicycle for two. It's the greatest bloody wonder that the county ever knew. With the foam upon the piston and the bubbles in the gear, we're riding on the rhythm of a barrel full of beer. Chased him in his heavy police car, but Mickey's bike was faster than a falling shooting star. He took a corner on the wheel and shouted with a grin, "You'll never catch a motor that is fueled by Murphy's tin." But when the tank is getting low and speed begins to fail, he pulls into the nearest pub to find a drop of ale. He shares a pint with his machine, and then he's on his way, the king of all the open roads until the end of day. One for the rider, one for the bike. Travel any road you like. Faster, faster, faster. he ever knew. With the foam upon the piston and the bubbles in the gear, we're riding on the rhythm of a barrel full of beer. Ride it fast, make it last. The fastest pint is driving past. I woke up in a haystack with a drum inside me head. I couldn't find me waistcoat and I fell out of me bed. But then I heard the whistle and I heard a fiddle cry. It's time to find me brothers underneath the Irish sky. We don't have much for riches and we don't have much for gold, but we got stories in our hearts that never will be old. We'll march down to the harbor where the salty breezes blow, and we'll tell the greedy taxman exactly where to go. So tighten up your laces and wipe away the mud. There's magic in the water and there's fire in our blood. Oh, the pipes are screaming loud tonight, the guitars roar for tea. We're the sons of ancient legends and we're wild and we are free. From the cliffs of Mower's Edge to the streets of Belfast town, we'll keep our spirits flying and we'll never back it down. Now Jimmy's got the banjo and he's playing like a mad, the best damn rebel picker that the county ever had. And Mary's on the tabletop dancing like a flame while we're shouting out for Ireland and we're praising every name. Left foot, right foot, marching to the beat. Left foot, right foot, dancing on the street. For the green, for the white, and the orange and the light for the boy. Oh, the pipes are screaming loud tonight, the guitars roar for tea. We're the sons of ancient legends and we're wild and we are free. From the cliffs of Mower's Edge to the streets of Belfast town, we'll keep our spirits flying and we'll never back it down. Oh! Oh, the pipes are screaming loud tonight, the guitars roar for tea. We're the sons of ancient legends and we're wild and we are free. From the cliffs of Mower's Edge to the streets of Belfast town, we'll keep our spirits flying and we'll never back it down. One more pint for the road, one more song for the soul. Hey, the Irish, the rowdy, the brave. stones began to shake. and shadows moved beneath their ring. Through fog and flame, through rain and smoke, the earth itself began to choke, and out from graves the silence broke when the hills awoke. Raise your swords and raise your song. The dead march where they still belong. Through fire and time their hearts still spoke. The earth cried loud when the hills awoke. The keeper stood his lantern high. He saw their faces passing by. 1,000 souls with eyes of flame, each whispering their country's name. They came with drums, with ghosts of pride, their banners burning side by side. The ground itself began to quake when the hills began to wake. Raise your swords and raise your song. The dead march where they still belong. Through fire and time their hearts still spoke. The earth cried loud when the hills awoke. Now every dawn and every rain, the earth still hums that ghostly strain, and every man who walks alone can feel their heart beat through the stone. Raise your swords and raise your song. The dead march where they still belong. Through fire and time their hearts still spoke. The earth cried loud when the hills awoke. Forever free, forever folk, the fire still burns. The hills awoke. The mountains may be tall and the ocean may be wide, but they're nothing to the power of the brother by your side. When the winter wind is howling and the fire's getting low, we've got a secret weapon that the world will never know. It isn't made of silver and it isn't made of stone. It's the feeling that you'll never have to face the dark alone. From the valleys of the Shannon to the streets of Belfast town, we're building up a fortress that no one can tumble down. I'll take your hand in mine, lad, and you take the next in line, until we're woven tighter than a berry-laden vine. 1,000 hearts are beating to a single Irish drum. Let the troubles of the century and all the devils come. We're a forest made of oak trees, we're a river made of light, keeping back the shadows in the middle of the night. There's no link that is a weekend, and there's no one left behind in the greatest bit of brotherhood that you will ever find. Hand to hand, sword Oh, we're standing like a mountain, we're standing like a wall. If we hold each other up, then we're never gonna fall. With the magic of the island and the fire in the breast, we're the sons of the emerald and we'll put an test us. Don't let go, don't you fear, everything is staying here. Don't you fear, everything is staying here. The sun is rising early, and the sky is looking bright. We're shaking off the shadows of the long and winter night. There's a polish on the counter and a polish on the glass, as we wait for every brother and for every lad to pass. It's the morning of the emerald, it's the morning of the gold, the finest bloody story that was ever to be told. So put the clover on your jacket and the spirit in your soul. We're heading for the tavern where the happy rivers roll. From the valleys of the Shannon to the streets of New York town, there isn't any power that can keep a brother down. For today we're all together and today we're all as one. The brightest bit of magic since the history begun. With the Olin pipes a screaming and the fiddle in a run. We're having all the whiskey and we're having all the fun. We don't need a fancy reason and we don't need a decree to be the loudest rascals in the Irish history. Raise the green, best we've seen, loudest part of the scene. Oh, it's St. Patrick's Day and the world is turning bright. We're the masters of the morning and the kings of every night. With the Yolan pipes a-calling and the brotherhood in line, we're celebrating freedom with a measure of the wine. So toast to every hero who has ever worn the leaf, and toast to every brother who has conquered every grief. For the spirit of the island is the spirit of the free, and that's exactly what a Celtic man is meant to be. We'll dance upon the tables and we'll sing until we're hoarse, following the rhythm and following the course. The Celtic Pub Brotherhood is out and on the run, and the party, little brothers, has only just begun. A day, our way, the light within the gray, all together now. Patrick's Day, and the world is turning bright.